Hey, folks. So here's the thing. On today's episode, we're talking about the hunger of an award winning author. We're talking comic book previews and we're talking a really big name actress who's got a comic coming out this week. Folks, I'm Antonio Pomares, and this is the Hungry Bleak Show. It's too damn hot, and I'm already done. Hey, folks, what's up? I am Antonio Pomares, and whew, how are you feeling? It's been a week, right? It's hot. I'm hot. You can tell I'm glistening. I'm looking like I'm honey glazed, just moist around the stuff. I hate summer. I hate summer. I hate it. I feel like we're getting closer to the sun each and every year. I don't care. Probably sounds stupid. I don't care. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm tired of looking like barbecue. I'm tired of looking just succulent and moist. We'll let that one go. So let's get into it for some really cool stuff that we want to talk about. Let's go. So in comic book news, excuse me, what we have going on right now is we have this incredible actress who has got a comic book coming out, and it is The Change, and this is from Whoopi Goldberg. Now, y'all remember I talked about this a few months ago. I want to say maybe like I don't know, maybe in the beginning of the year, late last year. She's gonna have a comic book coming out. This is gonna be from Dark Horse Comics. The Change basically is, if you know what the change means, it means the menopause usually. So this is a great comic about a woman who is going through that change of life. She has a background in computer science. She's like, kind of geeky with it, really great. And she goes through the change of life and she starts getting powers from that. And I love that fact of this woman who is at that change of her life, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. And how, her marriage is beginning to separate at the seams. She's just at a point in her life where something's got to change. So she embraces her new identity with these powers and this new way of being. And I really enjoy it. Now, let's see. We do have some preview pages from from Dark Horse. Thank you very much. I love, that's a damn good, cool character. Now, this is her gaming on the couch, chilling with her friends, everything, smoking some of that smoking, which I absolutely love. I think this is a great thing to have. We don't have a lot of comics that focus on older women. We don't, or women in that time of their life. We don't. Let's be honest. We don't have a lot of comics with older women, older Black women. They don't ever talk about their changes of life, whether physical, mental, or emotional. And we don't really have older plus size actresses as well, characters in comics. We don't. So being who I am and my particular proclivities, let's say, but also the fact of I look to see who is represented and who isn't, not just on the pages, but the hands touching the pages. I think this is cool to see, and to have a character like that showing up in comics, and especially from Whoopi Goldberg, who is a name that we all know and hopefully enjoy and love. I'm hoping, possibly, yes. It's really great to see, especially having that geeky side too, of enjoying comics and gaming and just being that person. Show a couple more pages because I think it's really cool. And just everything she's going through. I like that. This is something that I've been looking forward to, and I'd kind of forgotten that it was going to be coming out, or I didn't know when it was going to be coming out. But the fact it's coming out now, I love that, and I love that conflict of those life choices and what's going to happen to her when she gets powers, but she also deal with the powers and also the fact that she's going to be going through menopause and she's got this change of life also coming with her marriage. I think that's incredibly interesting. I think it's a dynamic that we're not a dynamic and a demographic that we're not really hitting, and I think that's awesome. So I really want to see this this comic, the change from Whoopi Goldberg. Now the creative team is, let me read off everyone for you here because it's a really great roster. We've got writer is obviously Whoopi Goldberg along with Jamie Paglia. Art is Sankanami Akimboyo. Hope I'm pronouncing that properly. If I'm butchering your name, I apologize. Colorist is Alexandria Bachelor. Letterer is Frank Vetkovich. Cover artist, oh man, Kari Randolph is doing cover art. Okay, bet. You already had me. Now you double dare got me with the Kari Randolph. Y'all already know how I feel about Kari. Excellence. It's not just an expression or a term. It's also one of the best comics out there. Could really use some more, please. At least 2 more arcs, please. So yes, that's going to be awesome. I'm enjoying that. That's going to be coming out, and I love it. Another comic that's going to be coming out, which I enjoy, which looks really cool also, and this is going to be from Dark Horse as well. It's going to be a Dark Horse kind of week, folks. Oh, that's true. Is Kill All Immortals. So I love the idea of this. It's really cool. And this is going to be coming out on July 10th. So basically, the story of Kill All Immortals. I'll just read it verbatim. 1,000 years ago, Viking explorer Eric the Red and his 4 adult children discovered a mysterious source of immortality. Now, in our modern day, they are an enigmatic billionaire family with a powerful banking empire. But when Eric's only daughter, Frey Asvald, hope I didn't butcher that too much, seeks to finally be free of her family's influence, she must be prepared to reveal their supernatural secrets and confront her well-trained siblings in a deadly and epic struggle for power. Perdóname. So the tagline is like Succession meets John Wick with Immortal Vikings. This is pretty cool. The creative team, his writer is Zachary Kaplan. Artist is Faiko Osio. Again, I hope I'm not pronouncing any of these names, but they are beautiful names, I must say. Colorist is Thiago Rocha. Letterer is Hassan Atsme Ilhao. Cover artist is Oliver Barrett. Excuse me. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. The actual art of it. Let me expand a little bit so you can see a little bit more. And you definitely do see. You can kind of tell by the look of it and the art that they're about to start just whooping ass on the next page. Honestly, sometimes you can tell that with art, and you'll be like, "Oh, they're gonna start whooping ass." They are. And let me get to some of the action because it looks like it's about to just, So it looks like it's about to just kick off. Obviously, right then and there, as you can tell from the hammer, and obviously the hair and the beards. These are the Vikings, and they're about to just lay waste to everyone involved in everything from finance to high fashion. I don't know what that means. No, I apologize that I even said it, truthfully. So this looks like one of those comics that I'm definitely going to enjoy. I don't know if it's going to be ongoing, if it's going to be a mini series. Let's actually double check and see, folks, shall we? Because I would love if this was just a mini series. I would actually really enjoy that as well. Get ready for this. Looks like it's going to be an ongoing series. I enjoy, like I said, summertime for me is starting to become this time where I'm really getting into comics. Summer, I don't want to say fall. Summer, you have big blockbuster events like Absolute Power, which is new from DC. And then you also have Blood Hunt, which is from Marvel. I love it, but I love when companies start coming out with these comics that are feeling like big blockbuster movies, but on my tablet, which I always friggin' enjoy, obviously. And that's what makes it so much fun. Now, what else makes life fun is hunger. Now, obviously, it's in the title, The Hungry Bleak. You already know. So, when I'm talking to you about what's happening, what's going on, I'm hungry for it. So that's where we get The Hunger, a prologue. This is by Cerise Reddy Murphy. You've heard me sing her praises before, obviously. Accomplished writer, award-winning author, critically and fan favorite. Also the founder of Virtuous Con, the virtual comic book event of the year, truthfully to me. So we have that. It's coming up. So The Hunger. Now, this is a prologue, like I said, and this is a prologue to her new book that I talked to you about maybe a couple weeks ago. So let me give you a description of this. A demon with no hope of redemption seeks death. A rebellious nun determined to unlock the secret to killing the immortal. Meet in the garden of good and evil and fall in love. This is the story of how he came to be and how she came to find him. Read the beginning of a new journey by Cerise Reddy Murphy. So this is an ebook that's free. You just go on her site, as always. Like I said, it's free. You go on her site, put it in your cart, you add it to it. You can either download it in your receipt screen or your payment screen, I should say, or you'll get an email that the link lasts for 24 hours that you can download there. This is a prologue to her new book, which is In the Garden of Light and Shadow, I believe. Yeah. Which is going to be the love story, like I said, In the Garden of Light and Shadow, the Chronicles of Ada St. James. I'm excited by this. I think it looks really cool. Like I said, I've talked about this book before. And I think that it's really cool. And the fact that it's a story that'll be a love story and will also be a great way to spend your summer. I love reading it during the summer. It just feels really good. But I love the fact of a story that of not oil and water, I don't want to say, but a fire and ice. That sounds like Game of Thrones. Jeez, what the hell? But I love that. And the fact that this is a prologue, it just means that it gets you ready for so much more of an incredible story and an adventure. Also, the fact of a demon who has no hope for redemption, is seeking death, and a nun who, just even that too, just those two forces getting together and then falling in love. Sounds kind of like my love life, and I'm not going to tell you which one I am. If you know me, you'll be able to figure it out. And I ain't never wore a habit. So, apologize for that. So yeah, so check this out. Like I said, this is it's a free ebook. You just go on to Cerise Reddy Murphy's website. You can download it. Like I said, you just put it in your cart, download it, and you'll be able to read that and get a better sense of something very deep that's coming and very exciting. And that's awesome. And I'm always appreciative of works that are fantasy and can be love stories and even forbidden love, things like that. I love that. It's adventurous, and it's not like I love unconventional love stories. Like two of my favorite movies are Chasing Amy. That is a love story, no matter how you want to put it, and also 500 Days of Summer, which is also a love story, but they're unconventional love stories. And that's what gets me with my mentality sometimes. That's awesome. So that's that. So that's what's going on right now. Excuse me. With some of the news. Now, folks, I'm going to be honest with you. I read one comic this week. One. So I'm not going to review anything this week. I'm going to review stuff next week because there's a boatload of comics apparently coming out next week, and I'm going to just be diving into them. Also, the fact that there's so many, like I said, there's a lot of comics coming out and ones that I'm looking forward to and that I want to really check out and read and talk to you. Also, it's been a really busy week with work. I'm trying to, work as much as I can, obviously, because summertime, you want money. Actually, I want money no matter what time of year it is, truthfully. It could be Bogdan Day. I don't know what the hell that is. That's not an actual day. It can't be an actual day. It can't. I hope it's not an actual day. So, yeah, so I've been working a lot recently, just doing as much as I can because there are things I want to do in the near future. and excursions I'd like to take. And so I got to put a little extra effort in, my intent, I'll always be intentional with what I want to do. My priorities always deserve intentions, and they'll always get my attention. That's it. So, excuse me. As far as like comics are going, we've got some Kickstarters that are here. There's a lot of, well, actually, not even just comic Kickstarters. They're just Kickstarters in general that are looking diabolical. They just really are. Have I gotten the word diabolical over? Because I'm noticing people using it who know me, and I like it, and I go, is that a nod to me? Because I like that. I do. Strokes my ego. I like that. Can I see that on here? Stroking my ego. Is that like almost like pushing the barrier of a PG-13? I apologize. I don't actually. So let's talk Kickstarter. So first what we've got up is Spacefunk. Okay, so this is an anthology series, and I didn't even dawn on me that it was part of a larger anthology series. It just didn't dawn on me at all. It didn't. So this is going to be an anthology, and this is from MV Media, who has brought so many things together. Milton Davis, he's always doing something for the culture and absolutely loving it. But this has got an incredible roster of individuals, as you can see here. It was actually brought to my attention by obviously the incredible, the purveyor of fine fabrics, M-Shy Dash, and I see Miss John Tate is in there as well, who is always a favorite of mine. Black is the standard all day, every day. It's my default. But you can see from this incredible roster of writers that this is going to be a banger. And it's got some great tiers as well. And so it didn't dawn on me until I saw the actual tier that it has a bundle tier where you can get all the past. Look at this cover from John Jennings. John Jennings just be showing off art and kicking you in your shin and runs away laughing. He doesn't actually do that, but that's how it feels because his art is always so breathtaking. I love it. So it's the bundle I got. I got the Funk ebook bundle, which is steampunk, diesel funk, cyberfunk, spy funk, and of course space funk. All defunk, nothing but defunk. I apologize for that joke, but I don't really. So you're able to get all the past. So I think I actually have Spy Funk already, but I'm still going to go with that because I'm not sure if I got all the other ones. And to get the bundle, I love that. And to see just all these incredible writers, everything putting in this work is going to be incredible. So I'm a fan of that. Now, you have 13 days to go for this Kickstarter before it expires. Please go and put in for this Kickstarter. It's amazing. There are so many different tiers that you can choose from, or if you just want to pledge to it just because you want to further this book, but you don't have enough room, or you're just not a reader, but you still want to pledge to this, you can do that. There is a tier where you can pledge, and then you don't have to get a book from it. You're just pledging out of the goodness of your heart, which is also a beautiful thing as well. So yes, please go and get Spacefunk. I just love saying funk, and I love the exclamation. I should be saying it louder because of the exclamation, but I should be saying Spacefunk, or maybe not like I just hurt myself. That's let's just stick with Spacefunk. How's that sound? It's good? Great. So Spacefunk, yes, you have 13 more days. Please go and pledge to this. Let's make this happen. Let's put out another of these great anthologies that are dealing with authors from the African the diaspora, and just it's beautiful. I love it. It's great. It's awesome. Go for it, please. The next one we got is Epiphany Engine. I have been singing this one for a while. Seriously? Who wrote that? I don't sing but in the shower. Y'all didn't need to know that. You nosy. So this one also has 13 days left. Again, this is a huge, as Colleen Douglas said, and I will continue saying this, a behemoth of a crossover event between all of these incredible Black comic book creators and characters, who are good. It's a 192 page graphic novel, and writers from all over bringing their characters together for this event. This is, I want to say, this is the indie blockbuster of the year, let's say. Does that sound fair? I mean, first off, these covers are ridiculous. I'm sick of y'all with these covers. They're beautiful. This is the one that I got because of Marcus the visual, and I love the fact of two black women on this on the cover is amazing. Thank you to Tony Kittrell for bringing people together, and just putting this incredible event together. Having over 70, I want to say, participants in this is just amazing. And this crossover is so important because of the story that's going to be told. Seeing all these characters you never thought you would see together, blending together, having crossovers, literally, interacting. But then also, maybe we'll get some stories out of this later on with these characters interacting in each other's universes. That's another thing that I would like to see too. Maybe we can get Epiphany Engine 2, 3. Maybe we can get one every couple years, some new event or what have you. I love that. But like I said, look at this. You get 4 Wall Comics, you got Fourth Wall Productions, and World Design, a Band of Bards. You got CEX Publishing, Decimation Studios, Constant Hustle Comics, Elevated Comics, Freestyle Comics. Oh my goodness, you got the JP Jackson art. You got Jesus. There's so much New Horizon Comics, the Nikosi Media. There's just everybody and anybody a part of this is beautiful. Spirits Destiny Studios. I love Urban Style. You love it. Wingless. I see you, Brian. I see you. Wiseacre. You already know. So I love the fact. Also called Heath Cross. You got a Sky Tiger. You got Concrete. Like I said, it's a hitter's row of Brandon Thomas. Need we say more? Obviously not. Rodney Barnes, Greg Burnham, Robert Jeffrey, Colleen Douglas. So waiting for Silk Cotton. So waiting for that. John Jennings, as I said before. Aletha E. Martinez. Be Still My Heart. Her art is just yes. Sean Damian Hill, one of the most prolific cats out there. Honestly. Ray Height. I could go on and on and on to the Break of Dawn is on. But this is going to be a huge event, and I want us to be able to have it. I want these artists and creators and writers and everyone and editors and line and colorists, everything, to be able to enjoy and see their work in our hands, and to have this, just push the black indie scene in comics further and higher and more. And this is one of the steps in doing it. It's a beautiful thing. I love seeing it. So please go and pledge in for Epiphany Engine. This is a big, huge crossover, a behemoth, as she said. And I think that's awesome. And I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to say is there are 2 more that I want to talk about that are going to be happening. They haven't come up yet, but they're going to be happening. So I didn't actually put these in, but I'm going to show them to you right now. So one of them is a comic that I said was Comic of the Year. I still think about it. That's why I haven't read it yet, because I want to read it again so it hits me even harder a couple years later. And that is One Nation Stronghold. So a ways back, 133 Art had like a season pass for Kickstarter, which I thought was one of the most innovative things possible for a Kickstarter. And you got certain comics depending on which tier that you got. And you got, I think it was like 2 or 3 comics. But they're also going to release them separately, like the Kickstarters for these comics. It was such a hard choice for me to pick, and I was like, there's no right choice that I can do, honestly. So damned if I do, damned if I don't, obviously. So now we've got 133 Art Stronghold 1 through 3. This is the story of Damien Strong, aka Stronghold, who is a gay black character with albini. I always pronounce this word improperly, and I hate it because I should be better with words because I'm 46. But I also have a stammer, which is also kind of albinism. Thank you. I almost said Albany for some reason. I don't know why. Albinism. I love the fact that this is a character who, when you first read the comic, is so heavily closeted and bigoted and hateful. When approached by someone who's gay and who's just trying to have a conversation, and then you also learn about Damien's albinism and how that can even kind of like, this is such an interesting character, and for him to have the albinism and to kind of actually be able to pass as white and to have all this hatred mustered inside of him. And I can only imagine the traumatic childhood that the characters had, which I hope we get into in issues 2 and 3. Again, this was my comic of the year because it was a phenomenal comic, written by the Muscles, Greg Anderson. Alicia, I'm probably saying your name wrong. Every time I say your name wrong, I think I actually wake up one of the old gods. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's probably why things are the way they are now. I'm not going to get into politics right now, but whatever. And it was just so incredibly written and tender and cringe at his actions and his words, and then seeing what he does after that, and then you seeing him as an actual hero in a relationship after that. It's a very interesting and complex, layered character and story, which immediately I got the Kickstarter and I was like, oh wait, did I read that yet? And I grabbed my tablet and I read it while I was like laying down. I read it and I started sitting up as I was reading it. And I was like, wait, hold on. And it caught me. And I said, yo, I think I immediately messaged Greg, or I said something on Facebook, and I was like, yo, this is comic of the year. This is easily comic of the year because it was so good and it just hit in such a way that was beautiful, and I loved it. So I'm so excited to see issue 2 and issue 3 and get into more of that, honestly. So yes, that's One Nation. Now it has not started yet, but you can go to the Kickstarter page and you can hit notify. And what that'll do is they'll email you and let you know, hey, this Kickstarter started. But it also helps to, when you do that before the Kickstarter is actually started, you actually help to ramp up its standings on Kickstarter. So it'll shoot even hotter out of the gate, and it'll more likely to become a project we love on Kickstarter. So that's awesome as well. I love that. The next is Worlds Away. You already know this comic. Definitely, guys. I actually had Damian Becton on. Amazing guy. Really enjoyed having to talk with him. So this is going to be the graphic novel of issues 1 through 4. This is going to be 100+ pages, full color. This is about a soldier and her daughter and how they're trying to get off of this planet while dealing with a space witch, this planet that is trying to kill them, and also this very tense relationship that they have from childhood, and a mother trying to say, I'm trying to treat you hard. I'm treating you so hard because I want you to be able to survive whatever happens. And a daughter just wanting her mother to love her in the way that she wants. And that conflict there, and also the conflict of her not having her father there and the father sacrificing himself for the two of them. It's just really beautiful. And I loved it. And it's an amazing comic. It's a great comic because I have the t-shirt. It's not even me trying to be funny. It's a great comic because I have the t-shirt. It's one of those comics that I think is incredible. There will be amazing tears, obviously, with this one, but I'm excited. I think I've read issue 1 4 or 5 times, and I'll read it again. And I'm actually going to be getting the graphic novel of this. print and hardcover. That was very immature of me. I apologize, but not really. So again, this is one that has not come out yet. But please, if you could go to Kickstarter, click on the button. They'll notify you when it's up and out there, so you can go get it, read it, and really enjoy what's going on. So yeah, those are some of the incredible Kickstarters that are out there. So much amazing stuff that's really out there to get. Kickstarter is an amazing platform where you can just go and get so many different things on there. And I haven't been disappointed with anything I've gotten from Kickstarter yet. I haven't. No, actually, yeah, there was one comic, but I don't talk about it because I don't like it, so it doesn't matter. So there you go. So that was everything from Kickstarters and from news and for previews of comics coming up. But let me ask you something, folks. How are you doing? You okay? Long week, hot week, a lot of stuff going on in our country. That could be stressful for you when you're trying to actually live your life of work and family and loved ones and everything. And I know, I know that can be a lot for you. How you doing? You all right? Look, did you drink water? Did you eat? Did you take your meds? I'm not trying to police you. I'm just trying to make sure that you're being the best you that you can be, and that you're taking your medicine, whether it's for a physical, mental, or emotional ailment. I want you to pour into yourself so you can pour into others and into your loved ones. So this week, my self-care tip this week is no. Basically, no. It's okay for you to say no. Saying no to someone else and whatever is saying yes to you. If you don't have the bandwidth, if you don't have the energy, if you don't have the want, the need, the desire, the care to do something, do not force yourself to do it, because it's just going to make it worse for you and you're not going to feel comfortable. You're not. And that's going to be energy. You're going to be tired. You're not going to feel well. I have decided not to. I do not. I've stopped doing what I don't want to do. And I walk away from things. I walk away from people. I do not run after anything. I do not chase after anything. I don't. I walk, I stroll, I walk with a purpose and intention towards what I want and what I feel is right for me and what I feel I am right for. Now, sometimes you do have to get in where you fit in. I'm not mad at you for doing that, but don't break your back for something that is just going to damage you, that's just going to hurt you, that's just going to make you not feel good. Don't do it. It's not worth the time, the effort, or the point. It's not. I can tell you that from experience, obviously. Hell, from relationships that I didn't want to be in, but I stayed in because I felt it was what I should do, which makes no sense whatsoever. Not one bit of sense, but I did it. I can tell you a story about how I literally almost died. I literally was killing myself at a job. And now looking back, I'm like, I wasn't being paid enough. My health was at risk. I literally almost died in a hospital bed. There's no point. Saying no to someone else can be you saying yes to yourself. Remember that, all right? Please. So, what's on my plate? Not a damn thing. Here's the thing for the summertime. I haven't been anywhere new to eat. Just haven't. Not since I was in Harlem and I had that pizza that I told you all about. That was such a beautiful night. I'm gonna be real with you. The minute the rain happened and it broke the humidity, it was beautiful, gusty wind. Got to watch the sun set. Amazing pizza. Went to Levain's Bakery, which was down the street from the pizza place. Had an incredible sour cream crumb cake. I'm a sucker for crumb cake to begin with, and I really like sour cream donuts. and I like sour cream on my mashed potatoes. But anyway, what I need to do this summer is I need to lose a bit of weight. Yes, I do. I need to lose about maybe 5-10 pounds. Now, some of you will say, oh, no, Antonio, you don't need to lose any weight. You don't look a day over 50. There's two things wrong with that statement. One, I'm not even 50, jackass. Two, that has nothing to do with my weight. I just feel a little bit heavy. I just feel a little bit big. I don't like the way my clothes are fitting right now, so I have to lose a bit of weight. So, as much as I love food, obviously, I'm the hungriest man in the room, and I'll eat just about anything. You can take that statement however you want. I don't care. That is what I'm doing. So this summer, I have sworn off pizza and French fries. Actually, potatoes in any form. I think I've sworn off potatoes in any form. Yeah, potatoes in any form. So no potatoes and no pizza. It has been difficult. It has been hard because I love pizza. Obviously, I'm New Jersey, New York. Obviously, pizza. Will not do it. No more pizza for me. No more pizza. I had a week where there was pretty much all I ate was pizza, and it was by happenstance. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore. No more pizza. So no pizza. And French fries, I got to stay away from. I was doing too many French fries. Too much. Doing too many potatoes. So no more. So I should have said what's not on my plate. So diet is what's on my plate. Feeling better. Drinking more water. No soda, obviously. I did have a cream soda when I was at the pizza place in Harlem. I did. Rosie's? Yeah, Rosie's in Harlem on Frederick Dulles. Well, because they had the Stewart's cream soda. Of course I had to have that. I had to have that. And my friend had black cherry soda, I want to say. Yes, black cherry. And it looked really good because, black cherry soda just looks delicious. I don't like cherries. It did. So I had a great time. But yes, that's what's not on my plate. But what is on my plate is diet, and that'll just make me feel a bit better about myself. So I appreciate it. Okay? Thank you very much. So on that note, let's talk about the bleak perspective this week. Just do the right thing. Do what you know is right by human beings, by animals, by what have you. Leave it better than you found it. It's a statement people say a lot. They don't actually mean it because they don't. But I look at that more and more. Leave it better than I found it. If you don't know what it means leave a situation, an area, whatever it is, better than you found it for the next person, the next generation, the next shift, whatever it is. Because that's what matters. And hopefully it becomes reciprocated and it's a cycle. Right now we have people that do not want to do the right thing, and we are in for a huge cataclysmic event. And it's tough and it's hard, and people are finally opening their eyes to what's happening in this country. I'm not going to get into it again. I never feel like I'm smart enough to discuss these things with you. But what matters is we have to do what's right for everyone and for the next generation. Leave this world better than you found it. Leave it better for your children, your friends' children, your nanny's children. I don't know, whoever. Leave it better for the person sitting next to you. Because we all deserve happiness and being able to make a living and being housed and being loved. We all deserve those things. Except for you, Frank. I see you in the corner. You've been a problem since day one. Rat SOB. I see you over there, and I don't like what you're doing, Frank. I can see it. Dirtbag. But everyone, we deserve, except for you, Frank, we deserve that love and that understanding. So just do the right thing. Vote not just for your well-being, but for the well-being of everyone, because we're all humans and we all deserve to be treated properly. regardless of the color of our skin, how we identify, or who we choose to love, and who choose to love us. It could be so simple, but unfortunately humans make everything a lot more difficult than what it should be. And it can be hard, and times are tough on multiple fronts, I know. And sometimes that anger makes you want to lash out. Some people lash out when they vote. Some people lash out with their neighbors, or with somebody at school, or somebody in front of them in line at the supermarket, or someone who is in traffic and they don't like the way they're honking, or they don't like a bumper sticker that person has. I get it. I get it. I get it. There are times when I'm angry and I'm like, you know what? And I just go, no, I don't need to go inside. I need to be out here. And that's what matters. Do right by yourself. Do right by your community. Do right by your neighbor's community. Is that going to fix everything? Of course not. If it was that easy, actually humans still wouldn't do it. We ain't shit. I'm going to be real with you. But we got to try something. Because what's happening right now, it ain't it. But what do I know? I'm a short, middle-aged geek from New Jersey, and that's just my bleak perspective. So on that note, folks, thank you very much. You have a very good day. See, that wasn't such a long show. I wanted it to be a short show. It was nice and short. Just kind of like prom night. No, what? ¿Por qué? Why? I don't know why I would even say that out loud. It wasn't that I was 18. Don't know 18-year-old know what to do with that. They just all over the place anyway. Hell with that. Anyway, look, have a very good day. Enjoy the rest of it. Drink water. Stay cool. Love the ones you're with. All right? Do the best you can with what you got. I'll see you later on. Peace.